Hello YouTube. Today we're going to be going over this 148 Boulton Paul Defiant Mark I from Airfix. When I saw this aircraft, I thought it looks pretty cool. It has a turret on it and everything. After doing some reading, I found that it wasn't actually that great of an aircraft. The main problem was that it only had the turret and no forward firing guns, so it was pretty defenseless, only in certain situations. They pretty much needed other fighter support. They concentrated on shooting down bombers, like it shows here in the box art. It was a good idea that came too late. If it would have been an earlier design, it would have worked better. But the design of aircraft was far more forward-thinking in this when it was developed and built, that it was pretty much obsolete by the time it was built. That looks like a Heinkel 111 in the background. It's definitely one. Here's two more in the here. So let's take a look at this. First, take a look at the instructions. Comes with a pretty thick book here. Here they have, looks like they I haven't built a lot of Airfix kits, but it's definitely an improvement over some other instructions I've seen. Here, these red shows the final item placement, final part placement. So we start with the cockpit, and it looks like it has enough parts. It may be pretty detailed. The whole first section here, we start put some details in the fuselage, the walls, framing. Here, cockpit and the fuselage. There's an instrument panel. It looks like it might be detailed. I'll have to take a look at the plastic to see how good it is. Here's some parts to remove, so it's going to require a little cleanup. Here, putting the wheelbase in for the main landing gear. And here we're working on the wings. Putting the wings together. Put the wings on the fuselage. It has separate flaps with options. It also has a aircraft stand that you can buy separately. And this is the radiators. Installation of the radiator. And here's the horizontal and vertical stabilizers. And go here, putting the bottom of the fuselage on the nose on. Or, no, that's the top. Here, showing the wheelbase closed, or installation of the main landing gear. Wheels. You have to cut the, I think you have to cut the wheelbase, landing gear doors to get them in here like this. And then here is also a bulkhead that goes in. And here we're working on the turret and putting on the canopies for the glass for the turret, and also the canopy for the interior. Okay, putting in the turret. Some small detail parts here. The propeller hub and propeller, exhausts, pitted tubes, lights, little details, antennas. And then here we have some camouflage schemes. What color is that? Matte beige green, okay. So we have two, here we have just two schemes, both the same colors. Have the medium green and the brown with the beige green underneath. And the last page is so common stencils to both aircraft. So it looks like a pretty good kit so far. Let's take a look at the plastics now. So here we have the clear parts and the decals. The decals look pretty good. You can see it includes an instrument panel as well as the walkway in two different decal options. The clear parts, they're pretty clear, but there's some here on the turret, you can't really see it, it's clear parts, but here are some molding. Looks like, I don't know if they're molding lines or it looks like part of the framing, but there's something, looks a little weird. It's also a bit scratched. That's probably from shipping. But with the sanding, a light staining stick, you can get that fixed. Not really a big problem. It happens a lot with shipping. So let's take a look at this one first. Here we have the framing for the interior, the landing gear, exhausts, and the pedals, some interior parts, more interior parts. And you can see here's also the instrument panel, which already has the dials and everything on it. And it even has lines in the dials for the instruments. So you could actually paint it like it is instead of using the decal, which sometimes I find better, as long as the detail is good. But I don't see a lot of flash, but there's a lot of some nice detail on these interior parts. The exhausts look pretty decent, but like on most kits, they're not hollow on the ends, so you know there's probably some better ones from Quick Booster or something that you can replace those with. Here's the landing gear doors. They have two different parts. This is for closed, this is for open, so you don't have to cut them, which is actually okay. Here are the guns for the turret. I think it was 430 cals. And some nice detail on these interior parts. A little bit of flash here. Okay. No major problem. All in all, the parts look pretty good. Nice molding. Take a look at these. Here's the bottom of the fuselage, bottom of the wings. It has engraved detail. Here's the flaps. They look good too. Those stabilizers, these flaps. Nice engraved detail, and it's not a smooth plastic. It has a texture to it, which is really nice. It's a textured plastic and not a smooth plastic, so you can get that look. Last tree here, nice engraved detail. wheels are weighted. I would say it looks pretty nice. There is a little detail here on the inside, but most of it comes with the parts, the other parts. There's also some flash here around. No, that's not flash. The turret. The details, the parts look really nice. Good detail, and I think the detail on the whole model is pretty decent. I've yet to build an Airfix kit, even though I have more than one, but I would say this is a good one, even though the aircraft is not that great of an aircraft. So I do recommend this kit if anybody's interested in a Boulton Paul Defiant. It is a nice looking aircraft, even though it wasn't that effective. And before we go, I have to show you something. I wanted to show this aircraft because it's totally ruined. I made a big mistake, and I had something on top of a shelf that was heavy, and it fell down on top right here, and it broke the fuselage. It broke the flaps off, my expensive Edward flaps. It broke the landing gear off. Does anybody know how I can fix this fuselage? Because the rest of the parts, I have the other parts, but one of the fuselage sides is missing here. I don't know if it's how I can fix it at all. I might be able to do it with evergreen, but they're not exactly straight, so it would be hard to cut them exactly right. I did a lot of work on this aircraft, and I'd hate to throw it away. Oh, there's part of the landing gear missing too. Might have to buy a new one, I don't know. It's not a good idea to put heavy stuff on a shelf above your models. No, just to say. Pretty much common sense, but I've been moving around and everything, and it just happened like that. So thanks for watching. Until next time.